Hi, I'm Michael Marshall of Miller Industries. Joining me today is Mike Frazier. And on this episode of Miller Tech Tips, we're going to go over how to program your configure light button on the MMO and Raptor systems. Programming the configure light button gives you the ability to customize what lights turn on or off with the touch of a single button. Based on the feedback we received, most of our customers do not even know the configure light button is something they can program. And today, we're going to show you how to do that. And Mike's going to get us started on that.
Hey, thank you, Michael. Okay, here we are at the rear of this 1135 with the standard MMO system. The screen back here mimics the same exact screen you'll find in the cab of this unit. So this screen we have here is called the PV450. You'll find this in most of your integrated units and a lot of rotators. You simply push the gear, go to settings, go to user settings, and then touch the configured light button, and then you actually touch the screen, not the button, and then you just illuminate whatever you want to work. So if you just want just your beacons, you would turn everything else off, push the check mark, and then now when you hit the top left button, just your beacons are going to come on. And now that we have configured the rear screen on this 1135, if you want to configure the lights off your screen in the cab of your truck, you have to program each screen separately. So every screen can operate separate lights. It's the same exact process. You can mimic it in the front. The screen is exactly the same, and you can customize that one to how you want the lights configured on that screen also. All right, now here we are with this 1150 with the Raptor console. It has the PV450 screens up front, like we just showed you on the unit before, and has the PV780 screens in the back, which are a little larger. Each screen has to be configured on its own to turn on what lights you want when you use that configuration button. You can customize each screen to your liking on the lights that it turns on. So here we are with the Raptor console in the back of this 1150. You have to remember each console is separate from each other, so the 780 on this side does not control the 780 on that side. So you have to program them separately. And just like before, you push the gear, you go to the user settings, you push the configured light button, you touch the screen, not the button, and then you simply, whatever is illuminated is what you want to be on. So if I turn all these off and just want my beacons on when I push the button, push the check, and I'm set. So then I exit out, then we can test this. Touch the top left button and it's just the beacons, as you can see. And this concludes how to set your configure light button to the customization that you want for your light patterns. And if you have any other questions on this, simply reach out to your local Miller distributor and they can get you all the answers you need.
Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our news feed to stay up to date on all the latest news and information from Miller Industries.
This video is for product demonstration purposes only and is not intended for training or instructional purposes. Situations vary, and operators should rely on their own professional knowledge and safety procedures when conducting actual recoveries.